Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our podcast talk show.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, christen this
Absolutely.
brand new episode with the double hello.
Yes. Yeah.
To all you savvy listeners out there, you probably are, maybe expecting a double movie this time, and unfortunately we did not do it. There were other things that needed to be viewed.
Yes.
So, I was the one who canceled The Power of the Dog. I'm just going to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It was your movie.
Yeah.
So, that's why I let you have the power of it. So that you weren't going to fit it in, you weren't going to do it,
Yeah.
If it was so, and it just worked out perfectly. So.
Yeah, there was a very emotionally charged episode that went on that I was never going to have the capacity to watch The Power of the Dog. I wasn't going to be able to do it. So
Wow.
I didn't. I knew that going ahead.
Oh, okay.
Because season 3, episode 9 was the finale of Succession. And I had to rewatch it. Oh, yeah, forever, man. It'll never be on again. They killed all the characters off. They just lined them up and said, we're done with the show, so let's shoot them. Kind of like Dandy style.
Dandy is exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he was just like,
in my
bow,
brain.
bow, bow, bow. And you're like,
Yep.
wow, this episode was like 2 minutes long. Wow.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was absolutely incredible. It may have been like one of the it is one of the finest written episodes of TV.
Wow.
Of TV.
Dude, you're putting it on that list?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like, this episode was like real close to like The Constant. I mean, The Constant blows everything out of the water. So, like, there's a really high precedent to be set there. Plus, time travel. But, if Succession woven some time travel, I mean, it would just be, this is it.
Seriously.
This is the end all, be all.
Yeah. Yeah, this went from number 3 to number 2 or 1, possibly.
Yeah. It's skyrocketing to a number that does not even exist. It's somewhere between 0 and 1. I don't know.
Yes.
But no, it was, I mean, it's amazing to like be on this journey and still be thrown like these curveballs that make absolute sense. The characters convey everything perfectly. The actors are just freaking phenomenal. And then like you still get sideswiped and you still get taken away and you still are just as lost as these 3 kids trying to take over, right? Like you're
okay.
Like you get blindsided as well because you're so deeply invested in like this thing that's actually happening. You're like, I freaking love this. This is awesome. You're getting all charged up, and then you forgot who you were effing with. That's what happened. You forgot who you were effing with. Logan Roy. You don't F with Logan Roy, apparently. Dude, it was incredible. I rewatched it right after.
Are you serious?
And then I probably watched about 100 clips today. Of just like... I mean, dude,
that's crazy. I thought you said that last time that there would be more seasons of it, but
I
was wrong.
Dude, I'm just messing with you on the finale, like it's a
that's
season
so funny.
finale, not a series finale.
My brain was like, "Whoa, what happened here?"
So I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like from a fan standpoint, I'm like, this cannot be the last episode. Last season that would ruin me. But no, like if you think about it, like in like the way the story is moving, it could like it could just stop right now and it would be fine because of what happened.
A storyline ended. I'm assuming.
Like, well, not even. It's just like because like I feel like it's a never-ending storyline. So like it's like a huge book, and you just have to end on a chapter, right? And this is like a chapter that you could end on. Not the end of the story by any means. You know what I mean? Like, but if they were to stop, I'd be like, okay, I still freaking absolutely loved it. But they're not going to stop. they're already signed on for season 4, and I don't know. I know they're kind of like in the headspace of, okay, we need this to end, but I don't know exactly, like, is that season 5, is that season 6? I don't know yet. So
Gotcha.
all I know is I was going into this episode like sad, just because I'm like, man, we waited a little while for this season 3, and now it's like they left us on such a pivotal moment in this freaking world that it's absolutely stunning. And the curveballs that we're throwing, you like learn something about yourself. You're like, I'm naive. That's what it is, because apparently I'm not evil enough. I'm not rich and powerful enough to understand the motives of some of these people. But I was apparently naive, because I was so blindsided by being invested in one outcome that, like, all other outcomes didn't matter to me, right? And then it was like, slap, Kevin, come on. What show do you think you're watching? This isn't all fairy tales and unicorns. This is Succession. You know?
That's funny.
Ah, man. But yeah, it went off on such a high note. An incredible high note. And it just, what's nice about, like, Succession is they don't do, like, that whole total cliffhanger of, like, there's some resolution, and then you're like, oh, well, let's get into it. You know, that's what the next season is like. Let's get into it. There's always like a bombshell that goes off at the end of the season, and you're like, okay, let's get into it. I feel like they say that a lot in Succession. It's like stuck in my it's a lot to get into. I don't want to get into it all right now. Let's get into it. Let's get into this right now. But anyways, you hear a lot of jargon, that's for sure, and you're like trying to keep up. I've mentioned this before, where you gotta have, like, your phone out sometimes, like Googling words.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is incredible. Like, it's an incredible show. There was, like, this weird article that came out. So Jesse Strong, right? Hold on, I just remember him as Kendall now, because, like, you know, it's just.
I think you're right.
It's in my brain, right? And it's Jeremy Strong. I said Jesse.
Okay.
See, the thing is, Jesse Armstrong writes the show, and there's Jeremy Strong, who, not related, I'm guessing, but so it was like this profile that kind of came out about, like, some would say, like, a difficult actor to work with. He really takes himself into, like, the darkness of the character, and really, like, gets into it, you know. But
I don't want to get into it right now.
But there's so many, like, co-actors or co-workers and actors that have worked with him that come out and they're like, yeah, like, it might be true, like, his dedication to his craft is his own style. It's his own thing. He dives in deep, but he's a great guy. Like, he's a great person. Like, it was almost like some weird hit piece. And so I was reading a little bit of it, and then I'm like, to be honest, like, it made me just like him more. Like, to know that he, like, dives so deep to play this character so authentically that it's like, oh, I love that. Like, there's a sacrifice to the craft. You know what I mean? Like a lot of actors will say, like, especially if they're method, that they spend so much time as that character that they need a little bit of a break from acting just to come out of that character, just to get who they are, back.
Yeah.
And Tropic Thunder does a really good job of painting that picture with Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Yeah. Mm-hmm. They just get lost in that character. I don't know if they're going to ever come back out. Like, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. I feel like he just took on the... he's just now that guy now, I'm some rock star who's not an actual rock star. Or maybe he is. Maybe he's got a band. I don't know. But
no, you never know.
Yeah, so Succession Season 3 ended on such a high note that I kid you not, I'll probably watch it again tomorrow.
That's crazy. I mean, for you to put it above a lot of other episodes out there that you've talked about.
Oh yeah, like even
I
like
mean, as your
Breaking Bad and
well, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Breaking Bad, Lost. You've already said that
Yeah.
one. You know, like you've already.
Well, no, the Constant still is up there. Like the Constant is hot. That number one, like the absolute best
Okay.
episode ever created ever. Ever, and I'm very strong on that. That is literally the greatest
It was a great episode
of
for
TV for any show ever. It doesn't even matter if it's in the same category genre. It's just not
put them
as
all
good
together.
as that,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And
All
then
right, all right.
and then the second episode is this one, or at least this whole freaking show. I don't even know. I'm just apples and oranges here, but I love it. I love it so much, and I know it has to come to an end at some point, but it cannot be now. I'm
not yet.
so invested. I need to know what happens to some of these folks. Some of these
So that's a
terrible
problem with
folks.
some TV shows. Yeah,
Anyway.
that's so it's so funny that like people get so wrapped up in like
Terrible
these terrible
people.
people's life. Yeah, it's so funny.
If anybody has watched Succession and has watched the season 3 finale, what am I gonna do with a soul, anyways? Right? I don't need a soul. Souls are boring. That's what cousin Greg says.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow. Kind of like the most innocent guy of the whole group, and he's like, what do I need a soul for? You know, Tom's like, do you wanna make a deal with the devil? And he's like, well, you see, having a soul is kind of boring. You know, souls are boring.
Souls are just boring.
Yeah, souls are boring. You know.
All right.
So, incredible. Watch the dang show. And anybody who has watched, let me know what your thoughts are. I did have one theory. Well, I'm not going to say it on here just because, you know, some folks like Corey here hasn't watched it. And so I don't want there to be remnants that pick up and you're like,
Wait a minute, but yeah, don't do it yet because
yeah.
I do plan on putting some time in on it. So
man, there was just like these two moments that happened. I mean, there's like 1,000 moments that happened that were just absolutely like, what? And then, but there are like two that stick out in my mind that I'm just like, man, this show is just so damn good.
So it'll move up. I'm going to be very honest. I have not started it yet. I said I was going to the last 2 weeks. I just have not.
I'm going back to season 1.
Are you? I was just say we could talk about it from there because that's where I'm going to be. You know.
Yeah, Corey and Kevin talk about Succession. That's what the
yeah, for real. Yeah. That's funny.
Because I think I just took up like 10 minutes of just Succession.
Episode, in the last episode of it. That's the crazy part.
I mean, it's just amazing, like these ultra rich people that were born like billionaires, but their turmoil, the mental abuse, the parental abuse. It's astounding what these children had to have grown up. I mean, you understand the way they are because you're like, you had to grow up with that. That's some of the most mentally abusive stuff I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, I get it. I mean, you're still a terrible person, but I get your origin. You know, like you might be Joker, but like I get this. I get how you got there. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand.
You want to, I kind of want to, I thought it would be a good segue if we're talking about some terrible people. To move on to a show that dropped 2 episodes again.
2?
That's kind of worrying me though, right? Like we waited all this time and now you're just going to blurt it and then we're going to be done twice as fast?
Yeah. Unless they recorded twice as many episodes.
Oh, yeah. You think they did that?
Well, I'm just saying because of the fact that it took so long, though. I'm just saying, so maybe they could be, not saying they're gonna like, keep giving us, that many, like keep giving us as many as they have been. We're talking about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
right? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Everybody should have known that already.
Yes, but
if you didn't,
yes, just so you know, season 15, episodes 3 and 4. 4 dropped, which was so I'll start out, okay? So
yeah, right. You go ahead because I feel like we had some differing thoughts or something, you know.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's okay. So this is what happened. So I watched the first one, and I was super pumped to watch it, and then by the time I actually got home to actually watch it and do it, and like my the way my nights went after it came out, I watched it when I was getting ready to go to sleep. So, you know what I mean? So, like, after I watched it and then after I thought about it again, you even brought up a point because actually I saw you this weekend. So, when you brought up a point, and then when I actually, like, went back and actually thought about it, I actually laughed at it harder than what I did originally, right? So, like, it was giving me that moment. So anyways, the first episode is where the gang almost buys a roller rink, okay?
yeah. The gang buys a roller ring, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So first off, I'm just gonna start out by saying I definitely had one thing that and it's maybe because I just watched the episode, so in my head this is already embedded in it. Okay. So remember how much Charlie found a quarter in a lot of vending machines, okay, in a lot of machines, yeah. Right? And saving up his checks in that, he somehow had $54,000, okay. Mm-hmm. But do you remember in the episode to where they were kicking Charlie, like Charlie and Dee, they end up going out to find other stuff because like the recession. So Frank and
he was like wearing all that weird stuff, right?
Well, yeah, well, no, Frank. Remember that's the episode.
Hot episode. What?
Yes, the episode where they went and sold knives door to door, and he cut his finger, and tried to hang himself. Frank. Okay, so that episode. So in that episode, they made it very specific that Charlie gave them $0.
Oh, really?
And I just watched that episode, right? And then all of a sudden this comes out, and I see it, I'm like, wait a minute here. That's not right. Like that's not right.
This is the It's Always Sunny gang. It depends. Is this 2006 or out? After 2006?
Yeah. Did they fall the window?
Yeah, because after 2006, it's a different It's Always Sunny. The characters aren't the same. They're not. They don't have the same drive for the same stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Mac.
Yeah. Yes, I know. Exactly.
Oh, Mac, you're not gay yet. It's not 2007 or something like that.
Charlie's convinced he went through a time portal.
Yep,
We all did.
Yep. Oh,
so
guys.
Funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frank's the one who fell out a window.
Yeah. That's all.
I love how they take that check to the bank and they're like, it's dated like 7 years ago or something.
Yeah. You can't cash this. That would suck so bad.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get caught.
That's funny. I did not remember that they
didn't. So I even brought up to Sean, my cousin, because he watches it. You know what I mean? So we talked about it after he watched it, and he said the same thing. He goes, I don't remember that episode at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, look it up because it bothered me that and it was just one of those things that it doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna let it ruin.
Clear history had already been put out though.
Exactly, and then they're like, you know what I mean. And so anyways, and I know that the one thing is that I thought about it afterwards because it really made me think about it afterwards is. They never technically bought the bar with Charlie's money. Charlie just said he had $54,000, right? So technically, maybe Charlie didn't give all his $54,000 to them to buy it, but he said he had $54,000.
Well, they did buy that bar though, so it's like they had to have
just
more
saying.
than $9,000 between
$9,000
and Mac.
Yeah, and equal partnership. Don't
Mac
forget.
made me laugh so hard. Dude. Mark this down. Now wait a minute. When you say mark this down, do you actually want me to mark this down? Yeah. I love that Charlie was the boss, and that Mac was like, "Oh, dude, I don't care. I could probably actually make more money now. Now that this is going." He holds up like this huge wad of cash. It's just this drug dealer.
Dude, all right. So. Once again, I can't help it because...
The mustache, dude, it was so good.
Well, the mustache was so funny, but okay, remember when they're out there and Charlie's getting ready to walk up to the car, okay? But he's got roller skates on, right? So did you notice that Mac actually broke character right there?
No.
You can see him because... if you go back and watch it, because I went back and watched it, and I really noticed it the second time. At that part, I laughed at the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
Charlie standing on his brakes and his tiptoes, going like this, and then they're like, he'll be there in a minute,
Why not just ride him, man? Yeah, why not just skate on over, man?
You're doing it. It just makes it weird,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'll just walk on my break. Yeah.
Yeah. So after we talked about it, I rewatched it, and I do have some new opinions on it. But anyways, when he broke character, because it's really funny because he's standing back there, and then when he says it's going to be a minute, Well, then it really like took a second. So like he was like walking, and then he starts smiling, and then you could tell every single time like they bend over and like
Oh yeah,
like go down like this on his face, right? So that's what he does. But it's funny though because then he stands back up and actually says his line that he's supposed to say. But I don't think the whole bending over and laughing is part of any of it. So I'm like, dude, that's so sweet. And they used it and it worked. It flowed. I just noticed it because ever since we started doing those trivia things, I like watch little stupid.
Oh yeah,
that
for sure.
watch. You know what I mean? It's just honestly
one of my favorites of when they're breaking is when they're in the store buying all that stuff, and Dennis is talking about the implication, right? And Dennis is going on to these girls, and Charlie has to turn towards the shopping cart, and you can see his body physically moving from laughter, and he can't even like look over because it's just Dennis is so ridiculous. Like I couldn't even be on that set. I would be laughing so hard that I would ruin every take. They were like, get this loud laughing person out of here.
Yeah,
I'm great for comedy clubs though.
That is true. Yes, stand out.
Yeah, stand out.
People think they're hilarious.
Yeah, they're like, "Damn, this guy's really laughing." Like, yeah, no, it's just a loud laugh.
It's one guy.
But yeah, I do love when they break because they do like that single camera type of comedy. So
yeah,
you really have limited takes, so you might as well just use whatever
just
has
go with
worked.
it. Yeah. Exactly, absolutely. Especially because like I mean, he did a good job. As soon as he started smiling, he bent over to where he hit his face, and then you can't see his face at all.
Right.
As long as you still hit your other stuff.
Oh yeah, you're good.
It doesn't you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So yeah, so it worked. I thought it was hilarious.
I loved when Charlie didn't turn down Dee's skates, and she whips right into there and like, whoa, guys, Sweet Dee ain't so sweet anymore.
Yeah.
Did you think that? You know, like just like the way she's, like, mocking them so hardcore. Like she immediately became so mean, like incredibly
so
mean, and they're still trying to be nice, and she's just awful to them.
Yeah. So when did that happen? You know, and then like when did a D just have so much niceness?
1998, right?
1998 in the roller skating rink.
Yeah. Hey guys, me and my friends are gonna. Oh, like a goodbye party. She's heading off to Hollywood.
Yeah. Then she goes to college and lights them way on fire. I remember that.
Well, yeah, it makes sense because she's all mad. Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. She said something that made me laugh.
She definitely dropped the C word. I'll tell you that, man. It was pretty incredible. She was both episodes, man. She was really intense. I mean, obviously after she hit her head on the roller rink wall.
Oh yes, see, it was almost like at the very beginning. It and I think maybe that's what kind of threw me off a little bit too.
Everything was so sweet,
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, then, even
her name is Sweet Dee, though, right? So like it had to come from somewhere, and that's why
true.
I liked it because I'm like you've never seen Sweet Dee as actually Sweet Dee, so it's almost like a parody, right? Like an oxymoron. Yeah. She's not sweet. And then this show's like, wow, Sweet Dee might have actually been Sweet Dee. But the other thing is too, like, what about Aluminum Monster? And So I had wondered where the Aluminum Monster fit into the timeline of all this, because I'm guessing they were out of high school, right? So Aluminum Monster was during high school, so I would assume that it wouldn't be in there. But they were getting driven by, dropped off by Frank. It felt like almost like high schooly.
Well, yes, absolutely. Well, then, yeah, Dennis is working for him,
dude.
We haven't talked about Dennis yet at all. The first one.
I want to show you. I want you to show me what you're doing for business in there.
Yeah,
you
what do we
watch?
Do? Yeah.
You want?
It's
I don't know, but I don't know about that, Dennis. I don't know if I want you in there.
All right, Frank. To me, Frank in these ones were back to original Frank though too.
Oh, 100%, man. Absolutely,
So I mean, the other ones I think that he did well in, but I think at the same time though, it was like he was making the same everything else was. It was just almost like a weird forced thing. I think through Frank a little bit, like in like season like 14. You know what I mean? In like 13, I just think that. But this one, like this very first one, I'm like, dude, he made me laugh. I mean, he wasn't in it a bunch,
Yeah,
but
right.
when he was in it, you know what I mean? It made me laugh. You
Well,
know?
it was just weird in the one where like a year in review, just because like he's slumped so far with Charlie that his best business idea is to get the guy either a football or if it's a woman a bouquet of flowers. Like like this, the warthog is out of business ideas, and then they can't pay their PPP loan back. You know. But yeah, the continuity is kind of funny to kind of deal with.
Yeah,
I did not
absolutely. Well, yeah, and I tried not to. It was just that one big one.
Yeah,
it was just that one.
Oh no,
that
yeah.
came
I
up.
mean that's pretty large when they're like, well, I mean, but they still gave him like part ownership, so it's like.
Well, yeah. So he switched shares because they said that you gave away your shares by a half a sandwich. You gave away your shares by half of this, right? So like I say, you know, he had some sort of partnership. I'm not saying that by any means.
No, right.
But I'm pretty sure it was Charlie did the Charlie work, and that was his partnership. As I'm pretty sure how they put it out there.
Right.
You know, like that's
The
why
rat
my
slayer.
whole. Yep, the dirt and grime. You know.
Yeah, the sludges, the slimes, basement stuff. I call that
The
Charlie
ghouls.
work as well. Yeah. We have Charlie work here. I do the Charlie work here as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, well,
Dennis
go
though. Sorry. Interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Dennis learning a little bit. He's like, it seemed like you were just banging a prostitute. He's like, well, yeah, that's what I was doing. Like, wait, I thought you were teaching me work stuff. Well, this is what I do at work. Does mom know? Hey, don't bring your mom into this.
You're fired, Dennis.
Yeah. Here's your severance. If you're going to go home and tell your mom, I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
That's the warthog.
Yes, yeah. So I think that that's if you want to talk about continuity thing again too. So that's one thing you just brought up, right? Now my brain's going back to that, to where if you remember at the very beginning when Frank came back, even when they went to the strip club, I mean, he wasn't at first. He was super against this entire thing because he just found out that his wife was cheating on him.
Right.
So if he was out there cheating on her, wouldn't he be like, well, hey, listen.
Yeah. Who knows?
You know? Yeah.
Banging whores. That's what he does.
Banging whores. Well, now that's what he does for sure, 100%.
Dude,
maybe he there was like a couple months of time there, you know.
Unfortunately for Lethal Weapon 7, he had to suffice with a handy, and he just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. This is so boring to him. He's like, I do better when I'm actually banging him, you know. Like, well, we can't have you banging him, man. Man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Frank was definitely made me laugh because you knew exactly what Frank was doing in that room, and especially because he took his pill or whatever from
100%. Oh yeah.
And then this impressionable Dennis Reynolds who hasn't apparently been Well, that's a different thing too. He wasn't much of an asshole, and people in high school said that dude was an asshole.
That's true. It's just
a
once you
really
go back and think
funny
about it,
history.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, it's all BS. The only thing that actually makes sense, is Sweet D.
Sweet D's for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's fine. You know what I mean? And I'm really not trying to pick apart because
I don't care either,
and then afterwards, I'm not going to lie. What I was going to say earlier is after the second time of watching it, I did enjoy it more the second time than I did the first time. And I'm being very honest because I really went into it with a second time watching it, knowing I really didn't like it. You know what I mean? So in the second time I watched it, it was better. I mean, it definitely was. I watched both episodes again. The second episode, though, I had a different opinion from the very beginning. I didn't hate that one by any means. But so essentially, I told you I didn't like the first one. I was wrong. I enjoyed it. It's still not my favorite of the season so far, but I enjoyed it more the second time I watched it than the third time.
Smokey, you're smelling the roller rink? No, man. I just work here for the free parking. I'm selling the bar down the street. Oh. They walk right in there, and I'm like, sweet. It's never been changed. Like it's the
Yep.
exact same bar. And then Charlie's wearing the exact same outfit too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That was that. And that it definitely made me laugh just because it was just like just stupid stuff. Just
It was. Yeah.
like Charlie being the responsible one, having a job, having a huge savings.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
give the man a little credit.
Yep.
If I do good in the game, I do good in real life.
That's awesome.
Ew, is that a box of spiders? Yes, it's a box of spiders. Ew, man, like sitting there like collecting spiders in a box. That's pretty gross.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah. So the second episode was, I thought it was funny because I thought they did a really good job. The fellas, I thought they did a really good job as acting drunk at the bar. Because like Dennis, the way he acts drunk is like perfect. I really feel like he nails it.
Yeah, he does it very well. Yeah, for sure.
And then once the other one started like kind of tripping in, I felt like it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
The monkey made it pretty damn funny too, just because they're like, oh man, when they wake up, they're like, oh, look at all these whiskey bottles. I guess they were just dumping a bottle of whiskey in there with your beers. Like that's why it's so good. It's like you alcoholics, man.
Yes,
Like, you don't even know what you're drinking.
Why is it so
Why
good?
is it so good? It's just because of high alcohol, man.
Yeah. Yep.
The sour taste in their mouth.
Oh, that's so funny. And once again, franking that bridge, man.
Yeah.
He always get himself in trouble for that bridge.
He's like, oh man, I guess I should have known that this could happen. They did say this could happen. Like, what do you mean? Like this scenario could happen? Like that the monkey's just gonna get you drunk, take advantage of you, scratch you, take your money, and run, man, and actually take advantage of you.
Yes. Especially
what
like your
is that
mouth
taste in
reason.
my mouth?
Yeah, sour dairy in my mouth.
Oh my dude, this is
so
some messed up stuff, man.
Yep. But good Sunny though.
Yeah,
Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, we
like,
could
it
replace
shows
Dee's
then.
job with a monkey, and then they're like, all right, well, we can talk about replacing all our jobs with monkeys here soon.
For sure. Yeah.
They're talking about a vacation, which this is a part, there's a second part to this last episode, so
There is.
which I'm pretty excited about. When they're like, what, fighting land or land of beer, a whiskey island, fighting green. And I'm like, you idiots! Like, how are you not getting any of that? And then like they still had to rearrange it. And it was like, you idiots! Like you're at Patty's Irish Pub, you idiots! Like you just don't know anything about Irish. So that I think is going to be fun.
I think so.
Sending them on a trip to Ireland. It's kind of genius, actually. Like, why haven't they thought of this before?
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. I totally agree with you there. But we really didn't. So how they're going to Ireland though? D.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, D got a part, man.
D got a part, and it's funny because all right, so my cousin, which I really still am on the fence about it, but he thinks that the name of the movie that D is going as a part into this thing, it was called like Obnoxious American MILF or something, right?
Oh, it's a porn.
Well, that's what he said. That's what he thinks it is. He goes, for some reason I think that D is going to Ireland to shoot a porn, and he doesn't, and then she just doesn't know. And I saw I'm like that's funny, you know what I mean? Like I hope it like doesn't like ruin anything, but at the same time, I'm like that's actually
that would be hilarious. Like she's like the first part she gets. And
it's so funny. Yeah, so
I liked how it was definitely like her part is obnoxious lady or whatever.
Well, yes, 1000%. Yes, yeah. So, but it's also, I mean, she already shot a soft porn though.
Oh yeah, with what was Greco? What was that guy's name?
Come on, Greco.
I can't remember, but that was
that makes me mad.
Yes. Frank comes in with that big Sia hair, the black and the white. Some big art dealer.
Yeah. Oh, this
selling Charlie's paintings.
Yeah. And then spent like $250,000 on a painting that just spoke to him.
This spoke to me.
Yeah, but
now Art. D frightened me this episode. I really
absolutely,
felt
yes.
like most of those people in that acting class were in physical and mental danger of D. She really freaked me out, man. Like, she was so intense. I'm like, she's like borderline, not even like, I'm laughing, but then like not, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
When she's like embracing that one girl, she's like, oh, you were great. No, you weren't. And then like it kept like flip-flopping on her, like, you're just psychologically abusing these poor people. Or like, see me after class, and then like you failed it. And then she thought about it, she's like, still, see me after class.
Yeah. Come on, yeah. And make sure you have your money, cash, or cashier's check.
This is about the money. No, I could pay. Okay, good. Yeah, psycho, a straight up psycho. Yeah. She can match Dennis at times, man. Absolutely.
I mean,
Dennis went the other way and is like listening.
Yeah.
I mean, albeit for bad purposes, but at least there's a little bit of trying there. She's just like, no, if I can't act, I'm gonna abuse these wannabe actors, these aspiring actors. She was wild, man.
She was
insane.
Louder.
Faster. Slower. Yeah. Okay, not that slow. Oh yeah, which it's like I said, I was like, I'm laughing because like I think it's hilarious, but I'm like, she's so intimidating. But I feel like this is her now. Like she's like fully into it. She's like, okay, if I'm getting my first role and I'm like this forward, she's being so forward. Maybe she's just gonna be like this intense all the time, which would be hilarious because, man, it was frightening.
Both episodes too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, after she hits her head, when she immediately just starts ragging on those guys and insulting them and making fun of them. I'm like, wow.
Wowzers.
Sweet D ain't so sweet anymore.
No.
So yeah, those great episodes of some terrible people. Succession. Yeah. It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Terrible people. All the same.
So before we get into the next movie, I just want to tell you.
Nope, we're done. I'm just kidding. What's that?
Nope. So last week we watched a movie.
Yeah.
Called Free Guy.
Free Guy.
And you brought up another movie that I should watch because you said it reminded you so much of this. And I did. I watched it. So I did get that one in.
First of the Egg.
Yes.
I love that movie, man.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Like I was telling you, I actually started watching it. Something came up, so I quit watching it. And then when I went back, for some reason, I think something happened to the thing, so I couldn't remember exactly where I was at. So I just rewatched it from the very beginning, and I was a good 45 to an hour in.
Oh, okay.
I just couldn't remember exactly. So I rewatched the first hour of the whole thing too. So it was, like I said, it was good. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I forget. It was answered the second time I watched it, but there was something that I was questioning. I could, and I don't remember what it was, but it was answered the second time I watched it.
Man, the amount of stuff that happens in the background of those.
Oh, it's crazy.
That movie
it's so funny.
It's incredible.
It was impressive. I really enjoyed the movie. So
did you? Good. Yeah. If you're a gamer, it's hard not to love that movie. It is fun, and then actually starts involving real world consequences and stuff. I love the puzzles to everything, the hidden meanings to things like that. That stuff's awesome. That's the whole point of Easter eggs, and I think it would just be absolutely amazing to be a part of this world that races have been going on for years because people haven't been able to get past the Kong,
Oh yeah.
Nobody could make it through, and he loves this he's like a pop culture whiz. He's absorbed it all. He's played it all through his head. He's constantly thinking about it. So he is obviously the one who's able to
defeat.
start figuring some of these out.
Yeah, for
First
sure.
of the egg, first of the key is what you're supposed to say. But anyways,
Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry, man. I was not.
I'm just kidding. But so what's cool about that Ready Player One is it's kind of like as it's kind of like what's going to be in the next 10, 15 years for us. It's going to be these haptic feedback suits that we're going to be wearing with virtual reality glasses of sorts and
For
being
sure.
in an omnidirectional treadmill so that you can just now not the dean, from Community,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's like throwing stuff. But yeah,
That's
no,
funny.
I mean, it definitely is the future with this whole metaverse thing and omniverse.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, it looks fun, like having that haptic feedback suit and being able to like feel the jolts of like
Yeah.
whatever game you're playing,
But life is
seems-
very expensive in that game,
Well, yeah.
You die in the game.
Yeah,
You lose everything.
Lose it.
It's
Yeah,
not-
you lose
yeah,
it
there's
all,
no
yeah.
respawning, Yeah. Well, unless you have a certain card. You can buy a respawn, though. too.
Yeah. Yeah, so they how about that holy hand grenade? That thing was sweet, man.
Oh, that thing was sweet. Absolutely.
Yeah, that you saying that kind of reminds me of there's a game I used to play called RuneScape, and if you died, all your stuff dropped, and if you made it back to your body, you could pick your stuff up, but I mean, it could just all be gone too if by the time you get there, people would just pick it up.
So yes, other people can go there too, right?
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
like kind of the fun. There's this place called the Wilderness, and it was all PvP there. As soon as you enter the Wilderness, you could just be killed by somebody who's 100 levels higher than you, or whatever. And that it's like you die, you basically have lost everything. You make sure you put stuff in the bank, but yeah. And that movie is so much fun, Ready Player One. It just kind of gave you the itch to play. Dude, the Iron Giant, man, just running in there.
Oh, it
and
was so
everything.
sweet.
Dude.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
really cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love the thing so the one thing I got to give this movie credit for is like their ideas and writing of it too, I think. So like the whole thing of all right, so when they hacked into like the main guy's account to make him think that he really woke up as a human. Dude,
Yeah,
was
right,
super
right, yeah.
impressive, right? So, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, this is sweet. Like,
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that whole idea of it all. I did enjoy that.
Yeah, one of these days we have the book here, so one of these days I'll be reading the book.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
there is a sequel, I do believe that's it's called Ready Player 2 or something like that, But there will be.
And it's
a
out
sequel.
already?
No.
Oh, there
no,
will
no.
be. Okay.
I'm pretty sure there will be a sequel, but
Okay.
yeah, that movie was so much fun.
Yeah, for sure. So
So
great egg. Good recommendation.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's hard not to. I mean, it really has
Yeah.
just so many odes to gaming, and it's
Well, yeah.
visually stunning. I mean, it was
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah. I agree.
But anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
A perfect time to just kind of move on because we watched not an additional. We watched the movie. Not The Power of the Dog. So if you're here for that, you're gonna turn us off right now. I'm just gonna keep listening.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about something else good.
8-Bit Christmas on HBO Max. What'd you think?
I really did. I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good movie. At first, for some reason, like I was like confused about the situation. I think I might have missed something when I first started the movie. But I've thought about it, and anyways, like the whole thing of like what was going on with like the other dude that had the first dude that had Nintendo, okay, about it.
Yeah.
So like with him having Nintendo, I missed like what was going on when he was picking kids, okay. So I missed the whole thing of what was like how he was picking kids and what he was doing. So the first time I seen it, I was a little bit like confused, you know.
That poor dog.
But afterwards, exactly, yes, yeah. But afterwards, I did really, really, I enjoyed the entire thing, man. I think, I do think this is gonna be another Carry On movie. I think it's going to be it's just it was a good Christmas movie tale type of thing, and I think I was just thinking about his what's his name? Come on.
Steve's
Doing Harold the
what?
No, the main guy, the older guy.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Thank you, Neil Patrick Harris. I think he did like a pretty good job in his, because he didn't have he had a role, don't make a pretty big role. I'm not saying that, but it was
mostly voiceover though. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So and I think he did pretty good. Like even like the tail end of everything too, like the way it ended stuff too. Like you know what I mean. I just think that he did like okay, and you know what I mean. He wasn't like, I don't know. Sometimes he's one of those hit or miss guys for me, and I think he did an okay job for me.
I'm gonna be honest. I love Neil Patrick Harris. I don't think.
Do you?
I don't think there's Harold and Kumar where he actually gets to play himself, but he's like some like crazy maniac,
wild.
But anyway, yeah. But no, I don't know if I've ever seen anything with Neil Patrick Harris that I'm like I didn't like him in. But dude, he's gonna be in the upcoming Matrix. Anyways,
is he?
Yeah. He's like a psychologist or something like that. But anyways,
I
love the movie. I really didn't know anything about the movie going in. We saw the cover of it, 8-Bit Christmas, and just threw it on. And it even kept the attention of Clementine.
Oh no, I was gonna ask you if you watch it with you as well. Okay.
Yeah, it was a PG movie, so I'm like, why don't we just all watch this together? It's a Christmas movie. Yep. And my thoughts on it were I love watching A Christmas Story, and I know 24 hours of it. Some people are like, oh, it's too much, or I've seen it too many times, but I don't care. It's a tradition. I love watching that movie, A Christmas Story, and this movie really felt to me like a great matchup to be like almost like a takeover story of A Christmas Story, just because it basically has the exact same flow and story to it, where the kid this is what the kid wants for Christmas and he doesn't get it. There's just a small a different twist at the end of this one, rather than Ralphie actually getting the Red Ryder BB gun at the very end. So this is a bit different. There's a little bit of a twist to it. That it's a good twist. It's
a great for sure.
and it really is like nice. I liked the theme behind it, because they're like, wait, you didn't get a Nintendo? No, I actually got it next summer because I had to work for it, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like this.
Yep.
It had like this good tale to it, like where it's like, all right, you're worried about this. You're worried about this. You're missing so much more by worrying about this one little thing.
Yep.
And, I love the way David Cross was like, I bet you haven't even said, Merry Christmas to anybody yet. Because you're just so focused on getting this. But I loved it for so many reasons, especially because the NES. I mean, come on, man, right? Like the NES is everything. Like that took every household by storm. And if your household didn't have it, you were at somebody's house that had it. You were on that thing, and you were trying like hell to get one at your house. So I fully felt like I'm like this, and it also kind of paralleled to the PS5, the elusive PS5. You can't get your hands on these things,
at all.
You just want one for Christmas, and you just can't.
Yeah, never will either.
But I just love that this kid's just trying so hard to get it, and
I mean, putting everything into it, selling wreaths and all.
Yep, selling wreaths.
Yep.
What a wreath!
Yep.
I know. I want to try out chewing some erasers. Those looked appetizing.
Yeah, those look tasty.
And the king of the hill, the king of the mountain guy, that dude had me cracking up. The only thing I wish they did was they did something at the end with him as well, just because they had him featured throughout like so many moments.
The entire thing, for sure. Yeah.
They just dropped him after he talked mad crap to him and was like, "Give me that binder back."
Yeah, I won. Yeah,
but I like the heist, of going and getting it.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Even the tragic ending to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like the explosion. It's so funny. I would never have it in real life.
I looked at Jessica. I was laughing so hard because of it, and I was like, "Why wouldn't you? Right? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? You had to.
100%. They had to. Yeah, and that's how he felt, at least. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
his heart, that's how he saw it happening. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely
you know,
for sure, man.
so
it was
yeah,
so funny.
100%.
The kid actors were phenomenal. I was like, I don't know where you picked these bunches from, but man, they were phenomenal. They were having fun. They were acting like actual friends. It was like effortless. Like
Yes.
it truly was like
there's one kid in there, the liar, the kid that makes you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, whose kid is that? Like that. It's got to be somebody.
So I don't know whose kid it is, but have you ever seen like Drillbit Taylor?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Owen Wilson.
Yep.
So you know I'm talking about the short curly haired guy of the kids.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He
Hold
looks like that, but like this is his younger brother or something. I forgot to look it up. I didn't look it up.
But you know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you. It's it's insane.
He was hilarious. The liar, yeah. When he gets on the phone, he's like, "Wait, you need somebody to make something up?"
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah. Do you know who he reminds me of for some reason? Was but see, I don't think it is. The guy that's in Benchwarmers, you know the Benchwarmer, the main guy that has all the money in Benchwarmers, the millionaire nerd.
I can't put a face to it, you know. It's a no.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a no, man.
It's all right.
That's a no.
Okay. I'm going to all cast because I'm telling you.
His name is Max Malice. And
Yes, I'm telling you that is definitely somebody's.
yeah, I know, because he's in. Oh no, never mind. He's not in much. Hold on, Max Malice. So then you got to go back to Google.
Yeah.
This is yeah, okay. Let's see here. I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. Anyways, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie, and it was a heartfelt ending. They like definitely threw some little twists in there, and I was just like, hit the feels, you know, like it definitely. You know, it definitely was an impressive movie that I wasn't expecting much from. I was not expecting anything. I really didn't know what to expect, and to get this like really awesome Christmas story. It connected with me on the kid level, it connected with me on the gamer level, it connected with me on the NES, it connected with my family. Like it just worked. Like it was a great movie, and then awesome cast and Steve Zahn, man. I love Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
This is nothing to do with the movie. I just wanted to bring this up because when I was editing our last podcast or tagging it, I realized Lil Rel Howery has popped up multiple times now, and I almost want to start going through like all the movies we've watched and see how many repeat actors we have. Because I was like, oh man, yeah, I think this is like 3 or 4 movies he's been in now. That we've watched.
That is true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, Steve Zahn. The only reason because White Lotus, Steve Zahn was
I didn't
in
watch that.
White
Okay.
Lotus,
Okay.
and Captain Fantastic. Steve Zahn was in that as well. So Steve Zahn's tapped the radar a few times, you know. Man, what's that movie with Jason Biggs, Saving Silverman? Do you remember that movie?
I do.
Oh my god, dude, that movie was so funny, man. Jack Black, Steve Zahn, Jason Biggs, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and Sarah Silverman, right?
Yeah, Sarah Silverman. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, man, that movie was hilarious.
It's been a long time. Like I haven't. I mean,
2001.
Wow.
Get out of here. On 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. Get out of here, man. What's wrong with people?
I'll have to rewatch it. I'll have to rewatch it again.
Oh, it wasn't. It's not Sarah Silverman. It was. Amanda Peet. Amanda Peet. That's right.
No, it wasn't Sarah Silverman. I
No.
thought it was Sarah Silverman. She's not in
Amanda
that movie
Peet
though.
and Amanda Detmer. But yeah, that movie was hilarious. 19%. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, no.
Now, what does 8-Bit Christmas get?
Actually, I already have it pulled up. Let me tell you.
You have it pulled up, but I have it already. I could say it right now.
Oh my gosh!
You had it pulled up.
I clicked something, and when I was trying to find out who that character, that name, what is it? Go ahead.
79%.
You already. What's that?
79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ah, yeah, you're right. I thought it was 77. I was gonna say it, but I didn't have it pulled up.
You said you had it pulled up, man.
I did. It's right here now. I had to hit the back button a couple times.
79%. That's great. That's great stuff.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Only 68% of Google users liked it.
We don't pay
It's on a
attention.
low number there.
Yeah, we don't pay
Well,
attention.
I know, but
I-
I'm just saying that. Yeah,
Those fools
that's
are
weird.
They're like, have you ever seen Aquaman? That's what they're worried about. They're like, I can't wait for Aquaman 2. That's, don't listen to those people. Does that feel insulting?
Yeah.
Good. Should. Anyways, it was a great movie, and I really enjoyed it. And if you have not watched it yet, there's plenty of time to watch it. Get it in with the family. It's a great, appropriate family one. And if you're just like wanting to watch a Christmas movie that has like, if you ever played
it makes you laugh.
All right. Now here's something funny that happened. So we watched that movie, and he blows in the cartridges, and she's like, his daughter's like, why? And he's like, I don't know. It's like kind of like a rite of passage. You just blow in the cartridge and you put it in the Nintendo, and
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, Clementine has been, playing around with my Game Boy. What was that? Game Boy. What are those things called now?
What, like the DS?
Yeah. DS, 3DS. That's what it's called. So
Okay.
anyway, she's playing around on my 3DS console thingy, and I was like confused because I have a game loaded in there and it wasn't showing up on the menu. So I take it out, I put it back in, it's not showing up. So I take it out, I blow it in, I blow on the cartridge, I blow on the in the thing, and I slide it in, boom, pops right up. I'm like, man, that's awesome.
Right? Yep, absolutely.
Thanks, Nintendo, for never changing.
Never. I'm telling you, it is. I'll never forget that. Even the old N64. You open up the tabs.
Yep.
Boom. Blow in there real hard.
Yep.
See, it's funny because then it turned into hitting the game in harder. What turned into bad things, especially because you get angry when a game wasn't working, and you hit the button over and slide it over again multiple times. You're trying.
Why won't
You're
you
putting all your effort. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yep.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
I've been there.
Yeah. That's funny.
Mom.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I want some Pop-Tarts. How many? One. I'm like, dude, that dude is such an asshole, man.
Yeah, he is such. Yeah.
That kid had me laughing because those kids like hung on every word he was saying, like everything, like he was doing. So,
just like he was gold.
That whole Pop-Tart bit had me laughing so hard when he was like, one, oh, just awful. The dad going like, he's been diagnosed with this attention deficit. I don't know. It's something. It's like, you have it. You can't even.
Yeah, you have it. Yeah.
Read the diagnosis. It's so funny, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
The video games will melt your brain.
Yeah.
Why would I even sell all those wreaths for a book of encyclopedias?
Yes. Yes. Oh. How about the Night Bright?
The Light Bright, yeah.
Light Bright, yeah.
Whereas it's in the same exact box of a Nintendo,
I'm telling you,
my rich uncle. I liked how they threw that in there because they're like,
the entire thing.
This is like a Christmas story, right? Falls down, you're like, whoa, one last present. And then I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe the rich uncle knows the dad doesn't want it, so he put it inside the Light Bright. But no, it was a Light Bright.
Nope. It was a Light Bright.
That was good stuff, man. I really enjoyed that.
So another good pick. So.
Yeah. 8-Bit Christmas. That was good stuff. So what are we gonna watch next week? Do we want to do The Power of the Dog then?
Do you want to? I mean,
Or do we? Is there any other Christmas stuff that's out?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there's been anything else new that's coming out. I mean, Spider-Man is, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to watch it by that next time period.
Right. Yeah.
So that's coming out. But yeah, I can't think of anything other Christmas themed coming out.
December 24th. It's not Christmas themed, but December 24th, Don't Look Up comes out. So we'll definitely be watching that probably on Christmas Day.
Okay.
So, but that'll be obviously not this next one. So. Well, let's just do Power of the Dog.
All right, cool.
There's some Oscar
Sounds
buzz.
good.
Oh, all right. So there also is another movie I want us to watch. It's called Red Rocket. It's an A24 movie. But this guy named Simon Rex, he's been in a bunch of of those like silly movies like Scary Movie 3 and some of those like ridiculous spoof movies.
Yeah.
And he's been in some other stuff, but he really hasn't been in much recently. But he basically plays like this. There's some like Oscar buzz going on with this guy.
Oh,
and I've watched the trailer a while ago, and it looked good. But now it just seems like it's like a confirmed good movie. But it's kind of like this guy who has a fizzled out porn star career and comes back to his hometown and kind of has like this 15-year gap on his resume that he has to explain, like so it's like this whole thing. But that Simon Rex had talked about how he just played this character as raw as he could be because he had nothing to lose. He talked about how he didn't consider himself an actor and really like he would even be surrounded by actors on a set and still be like, I'm not an actor and all that kind of stuff. And when he did this movie, it was like a reassurance, like, okay, maybe I am an actor,
Yeah, okay. All right.
He did get a congratulations from Joaquin Phoenix and Leo DiCaprio. I'm like, well, you must have done a pretty good job then,
absolutely.
Bro.
Yes.
So eventually I would like to watch that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm down.
We'll do Power of the Dog, and then we'll figure out, because we got Don't Look Up coming up, and I don't want to double up on movies with this busy season coming up.
Yeah, I get it for sure. That's fine.
So we'll just do Power of the Dog.
Yeah, we have no more Succession, though, but, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. You don't have to talk about that. Sunday, we'll just restart season one.
Sunday at 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. 9 p.m. is still Succession night, so... Who knows what'll be on? I mean, it's HBO, so a new show is going to be taking up that 9 p.m. Time slot. And, HBO kicks, so we gotta see what's on next.
That's true.
All right. Well, you got anything else for us?
Man, I think that's all I got.
Yeah, we talked about Succession. We talked about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We talked about Ready Player One, which I'm very excited that you watched that one. And we talked about 8-Bit Christmas.
Yes. They're all watches, so do it all.
They're all watches.
Just watch it all.
Yeah, just watch it all. Consume content. You're going to be off work here soon. Just consume content.
Just do it. Just do it. It ain't that hard. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. My tree went out again. I think my strands are going bad.
Yeah. So don't blame the cats this time.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. We talked about Ben earlier. He didn't like that. So. Oh yeah, but this will be airing the following Monday, so it's gonna be the week of Christmas. So I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Happy Holidays, everybody!
Yeah, Happy Holidays. Yeah. Yes.
Very cool.
So.
Well then, So then, when we record that one, we'll be able to watch. No, we'll have to pick something else because Don't Look Up still won't be out.
Yeah.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
We'll let these people go.
Yeah. Have a great week, guys.
Have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.